We're sorry. The number you have dialed apparently doesn't fucking work.
Anthony, say cue intro.
Cue intro.
You'll be sorry, you fools! You idiot!
Ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
I don't know about you, Miss Kitty, but I feel so much yummier.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
And welcome back.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh God, welcome back to
think he
season
just
6,
finished.
episode 15 of Beards and Sundries.
That's where you're wrong, baby. We just started. It's time for another lunch break here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where 3 gay men with beards do inventory on a new sundry in each episode.
My name is Jay, and man, I feel like a homo. Dun 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 dun.
I'm Anthony, and you could call me a famous country duo because I'm Brooks and done with Jay's bullshit.
And you can call me and Anthony the ambiguously gay duo.
Orgasmo.
And I'm Joe, and I don't need a red Solo cup, a pickup truck, or any of that stupid bullshit. And that means that today's sundry item is country music. That's right, Beardos. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah. I knew that was coming.
It was Peter Griffin and Michael Moore. Oh, God. I misspoke. I'm sorry.
Where did this weather come from?
God, you can't say Michael Moore in Oklahoma.
That's right, Beardos. Continuing this theme of silliness for Fool's Month, we have decided to talk about a music genre that all 3 of us can agree isn't the best. Today, we're going to chat about the good, the bad, and the ugly in regards to country music, and I'm sure we're heading towards Tangentville as well, by way of
What?
Margaritaville.
Oh my God. Flashback,
I'm
sorry.
getting buffeted by these margaritas.
I said Margaritaville, Jay, not Rainforest Cafe.
Also flashbacks, Jesus. God.
For the listeners out there, they're mimicking jacking off.
For those listeners out there that aren't watching, aggressive wanking gesture.
For Sarah out there, that's what we were just doing.
Aggressive wanking. No gesture.
No gesture. Security breach.
After the break, we will reminisce yet again on their very carnival cruise that brought this entire podcast to fruition, as we celebrate 3 years since the 3 of us set sail on the Carnival Vista. After the
Oh my
commercial,
God.
we've got some hog-tied Beardo-submitted sundries this week for you, and for game time, Anthony grabbed the bull by the horn, and he didn't even use his hands. Try to hold on tight for game time this week, Beardos. But before we put on our rodeo clown makeup, how about this week's voicemail? Or lack thereof.
It's fine. We're all busy.
Our voicemail box is emptier than the SNL soundstage after Morgan Wallen walked off and went back to God's country.
I'm a busy boy. Yeah, Morgan Wallen just walked off set.
Yeah, he walked off, like, was it during his? No, it was when they were doing the farewell, like, when all the cast members are up on stage, and he just, like, turned about face and just walked off. And then a short while later, on his Instagram stories, he posted, "Get me back to God's country," and it was a picture of his jet. So it's been spamming a bunch of like memes where people are like posting like, I don't know, the play place from McDonald's from the 90s, and they're like, "Get me back to God's country," or it's like a gear shop, and it's like, "Get me back to God's country."
I just don't. Get me back to God's country. Here's my private jet. It just
think,
doesn't.
like-
There's dissonance there. There's just something that's broken about that.
Maybe he has a big fancy mansion in his wherever the fuck backwoods redneck
Yeah,
part of the
but
country
I mean,
he lives
if you're
in.
talking about getting back to God's country, you're sort of like implying that you're part of the everyman crowd, and the everyman crowd doesn't have a private jet. And we
Speak for
don't have
yourself.
no fancy mansion in the middle of nowheres. We got a run-down double wide in Patricia, who's birthed us 6 kids, 7 dogs, and 4 divorces.
They took our jobs.
You just pitched an entire season of Righteous Gemstones.
You're welcome.
Well, you're late, Anthony, because that's the last season they're on right now.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Time to start a
Netflix
spin-off.
it is.
I wonder if I could go through this whole entire episode in my country accent.
Only if Jay does Gilbert Gottfried.
Okay.
Joe's not going to make it the whole time.
I'm mourning both the loss of my hearing during editing in a couple days and the loss of your vocal cords because you're about to put them through a cheese grater.
It's gonna be awful.
You'd have better luck with the what the hell are they doing?
Oh, that or the dirty liberals.
or
Oh my
Mitch
God.
McConnell. Your Mitch McConnell's pretty strong, especially when you
I'm
throw in a
pretty
little
proud
bit
of that
of
one.
Ann Coulter in there on the end too.
Formaldehyde. There's formaldehyde. I don't know why that made me laugh so much when I made it.
It was funny. It was very funny.
It was just out of the blue, and I'm like, I want him to appear back, but what? And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, formaldehyde. He's just going to yell it. That'll work.
Of course. Why complicate
Why
this?
wouldn't that work?
Why was
That's
I trying
just-
to make it so difficult? Fucking
I
Why
just ripped-
reinvent the wheel? Just
I
make
ripped
fun of Mitch
actual
McConnell being
audio of
old and
Mitch
stupid.
McConnell.
Ugh, God. 3
Well,
in 1
Joe,
serum.
you think I could find where my baby left me in aisle 4 or maybe the sundries aisle?
How long is aisle 4? If she
I don't
left you in
know.
aisle 4, that
What's the
sounds like
matter?
you're
I
out.
told you to look.
Aisle
But
4
if
has to be
you-
pretty big.
Yeah, if you're in it.
Oh, wow. All right. I'll think of the commercial this week.
Met her on my CB. Said her name was Jay. Sounds like an angel come to earth, come to
Bad
earth.
transmission.
When I went to meet her, damn, you should have seen her. Twice the size of me, 3 times the girth.
Girl.
Girth Brooks, Girth Brooks, Girth Brooks, Girth Brooks.
Anyway,
That's you
something,
at
something.
the base of his cock and then at the tip of his cock up on the 38th floor.
Anyway, something, sundries aisle.
Yes, if you guys are new to the show and you're wondering just what the hell a sundry is, the term comes from an old English word meaning odds and ends. Now today, it's mainly used in retail as a way to group together items that don't typically have a group of their own. So, as 3 trucks with dualies and with beards, we are using the term to group together the wide range of topics that we cover.
Wow.
Oh, Joe, that was fantastic.
And there's the end of show clip already. Perfect.
Well, I
Darn
do say.
tootin'.
I hate country music. Let's just start.
I grew up with it. Like you obviously
Yep.
like when you live in this area, you grow up with it. There's no two ways
Uh-huh.
about it. And
We
I just-
had-
that's
We had this used Oldsmobile car, and we lived out in the middle of nowhere, and it only got one radio station. And it was like 106.5, I think, at the time in Kansas, which was a country station. That's all I could pick up. And so we always just listened to country in the car because, you know, that's back in the day when we didn't have CD players yet. Okay, sorry. We owned cars that didn't have CD players yet. And at a certain time, we started getting the luxury of the tape deck that connected to our CD
With-
player, but
yeah, with
you
the little
had
cord.
to hold the CD player because it would skip while riding down the road. So I would sometimes be the designated CD player holder.
Which I'm sure you took very seriously.
I did. That was a job.
It's a big deal.
I didn't get paid though. It was practice, internship.
Yeah, you
called
fucking idiot.
slavery.
It's called younger brother.
It's called child labor.
I was like child labor for sure.
God. But did you not grow up with like any country music? I mean, I would assume West Virginia.
You would, and that's where you're right to assume. But no, my parents were more of like classic rock, and they listened to like hippie stuff because they were hippies. But they listened to like classic rock, 80s, 90s, that kind of stuff. They weren't really into country as far as I can remember. I mean, there are two exceptions to the rule that I will say here on the record. One is Dolly Parton, because of course.
Oh, yes.
Queen, absolute queen, icon. And then the other one is an artist called Wheeler Walker Jr., and he is a stand-up comedian turned country music star. And he sings these horrible, offensive, vulgar country songs that he's made, and he's written them. They're his songs, and they're just hilarious, and I love them. So those two are good exceptions to my rule.
Sucking dick and kicking ass.
Sucking dick and kicking ass.
Anyways, I also grew up listening to country. Yeah, just okay. I'll be really honest. I still like 90s country. It's kind of more nostalgic for me.
Yeah, there are a couple of exceptions that, of course, are good. Like that don't impress me much. I mean, like
Shania Twain absolutely is a phenomenal person. Love her, still love her to this day. I think she is criticized highly for ruining country music because she made it so much more rock.
Yeah.
And I think she evolutionized it to break away from the old-fashioned Conway Twitty shit.
Which it hasn't gotten that far as I can tell.
No.
No.
I was also a Reba fan, too.
I like Reba.
Yeah, there is Reba. Fancy.
Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Dun, 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 dun.
That's on my gym playlist.
Oh, my God. I mean, I can't judge. I have ABBA on mine.
Yeah,
I think I have
everyone's
ABBA
gotta
on
have
mine,
ABBA.
too. Yeah.
It's required.
I've got a few different things. I've also got the Dixie Chicks Sin Wagon on there.
That's a good song, though.
Yeah, the Chicks. I keep forgetting they changed their name because I don't listen to them that often, and so I forget.
Did they change it retroactively?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Oh.
if you go back to look at, I mean, obviously album covers and stuff can't physically change, but everything that they can,
You
they
say
changed
that.
the Chicks, which is
Remember
good because
Tolkien?
it's like Lady A. Tolkien.
Exactly.
Shut up.
Speaking of the Chicks, wasn't I like 9 or 10 years old just absolutely rocking out to the song Earl Has to Die?
Yes, I fucking love that song. Goodbye, Earl.
And I mean, everyone went crazy for it. My mom and we listened to it all the fucking time. And like now as an adult, I'm just like, wow, I was like in love with a song about killing a guy.
Yeah, but I mean, he deserved it. He was an
did.
abusive husband.
And he was
A
trash.
severely abusive husband. His wife ended up in the hospital.
Goodbye, Elon.
Also true. I think
Updated
that's
version
where,
is
like,
needed.
the downside is because you think back to like the 90s when that came out and everyone's like, yeah, Earl has to die. And now there'd be a bunch of like fucking incels being like, well, do you think he deserves to die just because he put his wife in the hospital?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
I've never even heard of this song before.
Oh, really? How have I
Yeah.
not? Did you listen to this at some point?
I have no idea what you two are talking
How
about.
have you gotten by not hearing it? It's just like kind of an iconic song. Like
It
even
is.
today, it just pops up and you know it in
When
Oklahoma
does it
for
pop
sure.
up? It doesn't pop up for me because
Wow, where are you,
those
Joe?
songs don't pop up for me because I'm on either my own music, my own podcasts that I am picking through all of the bullshit, handpicking and curating my own playlists. Thank you very much. So I don't know when this song would have ever come across. I don't really do
Kinda-
the radio.
I kind of wish we could play the song on the show so we could talk
I
about it
know.
with you. Okay,
Like a deep
you know what?
dive.
I am giving you homework, Joe, and we have to like
Oh,
reflect back
God.
on this next week in like
I
second
could-
half.
Actually, no. When we go to break, Beardos, here in just, probably 10, 15 minutes.
45 minutes.
During that break time, we are going to make time pass a little bit faster on our side so that Joe can listen to this. When we get back from break, we're going to discuss the song.
Yay.
And then the cruise.
And then the cruise.
I specifically didn't go into music in college because I didn't want to do music theory. Thank you.
Oh my god, that's why I wouldn't do any specialty. Well, that was I wouldn't specialize in specific music, and then like after a year, I was like, I don't want to be a music major because I do not want that class.
Yeah, I never wanted to do any of that, like sitting down and analyzing an entire piece of music and writing a paper about it and blah blah.
Oh, it sounded terrible.
No, it sounds like torture. So I didn't want to do it.
Music's supposed to be fun. I don't want to love it.
I want to love it. I don't want to grow to hate it.
That was actually honest. The real reason I stepped out of majoring in music is because I love it and it's a hobby. If I make it a profession or something I have to do, I will immediately dislike it.
Exactly.
Okay, well, you guys are getting fire trucks by you, and I am getting a helicopter landing at the hospital next door.
I can't
The
hear
zombie
it. on your end.
apocalypse start?
Yeah.
Did I miss
let's hope.
it?
Jesus fucking Christ, that was a aggressive one. Did we do a Sprite challenge again?
That hurt? You in pain?
According to this, no, the zombie apocalypse has not started yet.
Damn.
According to Fox News. I'm just kidding.
They said everything's fine. Trump put tariffs on the zombies.
Jesus. Every time a zombie crosses the border into the country, it's 125% tariff.
Could you imagine Trump being like, they're illegals, let's get them out, round them up, ICE.
Jeez,
I don't get why
can't
ICE is
imagine
like,
that.
I don't get why
can.
ICE keeps like becoming zombies. It doesn't make sense to me. Tariffs.
Wait, to you as Trump or to you as J. Rowdy Bush?
Oh, sorry, to me as Trump.
Oh, okay.
I
don't know.
I
I
faded
still
out
don't
his
know
voice.
if you. Still don't know if you get it though. So we'll see.
Don't
Country
call me out,
music,
Joe.
am I right?
Country music. So, what are some good country songs you guys like besides the one about homicide?
Most of
Anything
the ones about
Shania Twain.
homicide.
Yeah,
Shania
definitely
Twain.
homicide.
Now,
Sin
let me
Wagon was
float.
always good. The Chicks, I know I mentioned it earlier, but hey, that one is A+.
Let me float an idea past you, Jay. Could be a merch idea. So
Oh.
it's a cartoon caricature of Shania Twain. She's drawn. She's got some bloodstains on her cheek. She looks like she's been through battle. And she's brandishing 2 chainsaws in each arm. And above her is a speech balloon that says, "Let's go, girls." And then below it says, "Shania Twain Saw Massacre."
Actually, I have seen something extraordinarily similar to that.
Yeah, I have too. Because I
Oh,
was melding it
so you're
into a
just
merch
stealing
idea.
things.
Right, you can call me Chat GPT.
Oh, okay.
I'm here to make your life easier.
Well, do it then. Jesus Christ, what are you waiting for?
Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
Sorry, I had an error. You'll need to type it again. ChatGPT is not connecting right now. God damn it!
So what are some other songs that you guys like? Any artists in particular that like just you hear their name and you're like, ooh?
I don't know. I don't think I get like that about country music for the most part. It's really selective.
It's like I have to kind of like go through a playlist and go, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will say, I remember as a kid, I went nuts for "Don't Break My Heart, My Achy Breaky Heart."
Breaky heart. Just that was like the only hit Billy Ray Cyrus ever had until he had Miley Cyrus.
And then he
That's
had a
right.
lot of hits, kind of like, you know, sub something. I can't
Once
think of the word I
removed.
want to use.
He's got a lot of hits once removed.
Jay said, "Don't smell my shark, my inky stinky shark. I just don't think you'd understand."
Oh God, I used to dance as like this little 3-year-old to that. No, God.
Did you
loved
dance
it.
like Stan when he was learning how to do the dance battle with Randy?
Probably.
When he got served and he played Achy Breaky Heart and Randy's like 6, 7, 8 and teaching him how to like lion dance.
That actually sounds pretty right.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, I do like.
Re-
I mean, I like certain Garth Brooks songs, like "Friends in Low Places" is always a classic.
Mm-hmm. It's a classic at Oklahoma State games, so they always play it.
"Thunder Rolls," that's always a good one.
The thunder rolls and the lightning,
lightning
strikes.
strikes.
Wow.
I remember like getting really into it as a kid. I was a very
Oh, yeah.
emotional child.
Same.
What about Jesus Take the Wheel?
Oh, I
Eh.
never liked that one.
No,
That was starting to get that
cool.
era where I didn't really enjoy country music as much.
That
I
was
don't
the
even
Martina
remember
draw.
when that
Okay.
came out. I just
Martina McBride had some good songs too.
she had one that I really remember, Independence Day, and that's one that
Yeah.
I listened to
Let
on repeat,
freedom ring.
which was also
See, I'm
about
telling
murder.
you, it's the 90s.
I'm telling you. Well, it's
Yes.
also a murder song, so I mean, trends.
God, what is it? What is it about it we love so much?
If it's not about
perfect.
murder and drinking, I'm not into it.
Well, then you like every country song because
I like
somebody's got a
most
beer.
country songs. Well, it's not just that. It's like it's got to be like problematic. Like the Dixie Chicks are, or the Chicks. Excuse me, I keep breaking it. The Chicks are like straight up hoping that heaven lets them in Sin Wagon, even though they drink a little.
That is such a good song, though. Like that one has such a good feel to it.
It's a like when I like to play it in my car when I want to drive really fast.
Yes.
Mhm.
It is. It would almost fit like an action scene in a film so perfectly
Yep.
because
Oh,
it's
it would,
just
too.
so good. Okay, let's make a movie
What around this song?
around
We'll call
just that song,
We'll call it Sin Wagon.
Gin Wagon,
No, well, it's just
because we have to drink too.
Oh, Sin Wagon, the Gin Mobile.
That's a real original idea.
Joe, look at you. I was also
Joe.
a Brooks and Dunn fan.
Who let you back in the house?
Now let me ask you this: before Miss Carrie Underwood's "Before He Cheats" was released on the world, what do you think that mediocre girls from The Office sang at karaoke when they all went out together?
Well, something by Olivia Newton-John.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Probably.
Or ABBA.
Yeah.
Or
ABBA.
Dun, dun, na, 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 na.
Let's go, girls.
Let's go, girls. Oh man, when she had that song, who's been out? How did I go?
Whose bed have your boots
Your
been
boots been
under? Whose heart did you steal, I wonder? This
that
time
one.
did it feel like
God, that was such a good
thunder,
one.
baby? I haven't heard that song in so many years, and yet I can still sing it word for word. What the fuck? What is that?
I was just sitting there going, it's right there on the edge of my brain, and I'm like, what are the words? I know it so
Whose
well.
bed have your boots been under? Oh my God.
Oh, and who did This Kiss? This Kiss. This
This
Kiss.
Kiss. Just
It's
thinking about
gonna-
Unstoppable. Kim Possible. I don't remember. Who was it?
It was Kim Possible the whole time.
What's the
Fuck,
sit?
what was her name?
Hang on.
I know. I was like, I have to look it up because it's also right there.
Beth Nielsen Chapman.
Definitely
Oh,
not
yeah.
right.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Wait.
What about-
Oh, wait.
what about,
What about? No, wait.
Faith
Maybe that's
Hill.
no. It's Faith Hill. I looked it up and it said artist Beth Nielsen Chapman. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Oh,
But
look,
it is
I'm Faith
Hill.
Hilling.
I forgot all about that. Isn't she married to Garth Brooks too?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I don't know.
She
Sure.
is.
So Garth Brooks, one of his old houses that he used to live in growing up is in Yukon, Oklahoma.
Hmm.
And it is now gone, and half of it, because the lot split in two, half of it is a Sonic, and the other half is a strip mall.
I can't
thought
think
you were
of
gonna say strip
anything
club.
more Oklahoman than your home lot being half Sonic and half strip mall.
And
It
right
literally
across
does not get more Oklahoman than that.
And right across the street is a Dairy Queen.
Oh, we only have one here. It's like in Broken Arrow. I don't know how they're
You know
still
what's okay? So at one point, Oklahoma had like 2 or 1 Dairy Queen, and then all of a sudden, the 2013 F5 tornado blew through more, and then Dairy Queen was like, "We're gonna put a Dairy Queen in here, right in the path of where the tornado hit and like destroyed stuff." Now, like Dairy Queen's been popping up over the city.
They're using that insurance money.
I was like, they know what they're doing. They're like, blow our shit down.
That was like we had that EF1 tornado here, and what was it, Anthony? 2017, I think, and
Something like that.
it took out a Whataburger, and that's such a busy quarter, and it was a busy restaurant anyway that they just rebuilt a brand new one in the same place.
good for them.
Yeah, honestly.
Which is great because I love a lot of.
Now-
Whataburger is good.
Moving on to another classic Americana country song. Was there a credited artist for the ad campaign for the 90s for Chevrolet? Like a rock.
Oh my god.
Oh, like a rock.
I used to sing that so much as a kid because the commercials came on so much.
Is it Bob
Cut
Seger?
it.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know, is it?
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
Is there an entire song?
I think it might have like a whole real song.
Oh my god. A whole entire with like other words?
Yeah, but
I'm
back in the
sussing this
50s,
out.
Dinah Shore also used to do GM, and that was a whole song.
You're only healthy when you're 10, so soak up all the sun you can.
It's annoying how much that song still gets stuck in my head. See
the
USA in your Chevrolet.
Chevrolet.
America's asking you to call. Drive a
Is there-
Chevrolet.
Does the commercial have a woman with like a blonde updo with a scarf covering
Yeah.
it, but the scarf is like trailing behind her because they're in a convertible?
Oh, no, they stopped doing that after... What happened? There was a famous...
JFK.
Nope. Prior to that.
That probably tanked convertible sales a little.
There was a if I recall right, there was like a famous actress or a famous model or something that always wore really long scarves.
Yeah.
And what happened was it was flowing in the wind, ended up getting caught in the axle of the car once and decapitated her.
Whoa. So how do we get some really long scarves for Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and
We're just, oh my God, we're sending boxes of really long scarves to like the GOP
with instructions
I-
on how to tie them very carefully?
and how they flow great in a convertible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anthony, you okay?
I'm looking at that like a rock thing right now.
Oh.
There's a lot of the song to go through, and I have not heard a single word you said since I started it. But I'm pretty sure it's Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. I'm just waiting to get to the part. Yeah, there's a guitar
Silver
solo
Bullet
that's like
Band?
maybe 45 seconds long that I had to get through. Anyways,
Only
keep
45 seconds?
doing whatever it was you were talking about.
Keep
I'm
riffing?
almost there. Yeah.
Oh,
What about? I remember
decapitation.
there was. I also remember there was a Ford campaign that came out to go against that, and it was like a Chevy trying to pull a boat out of the water on a boat ramp, and it went backwards, like got pulled back into the water, and the guy looks over because there's like a Ford F-150, of course, right next to it, just fine because it's a Ford commercial, and the one guy goes, "Well, that sank fast," and the other guy goes, "Huh, yeah, like a rock," and then it cuts off, and everyone's like, "Whoa, whoa, shots fired."
But did they have a song?
I'm not done yet. Keep
they
going.
don't ever have a song. Ford's only song is, "Oh my God, we're sorry about those tires, you guys. Seriously," and those gas tanks in the '70s. But forget about that.
Yeah, forget about the Pinto. It's no big deal.
So I'm like 100% certain.
It's a blast from the past.
They clipped parts of this song to like make it into that commercial because there's like like a rock, and then later on he's like, "Oh, like a rock," but it's never the same thing. So I
That
think they
sounds
either clipped
right.
parts of it, or they had him specially make this for them.
So
Yeah,
it
but
was the
I
best
kind of-
parts of the song.
I kind of I should go back and look at one of those old commercials because in my mind, I remember like this Chevy truck just driving over like straight up boulders.
The moon.
And just like
This truck
Like
will
they're-
take you to Jupiter.
their wheels are like practically falling off, but they're like a rock. So they're making it over it. Nowadays, it's probably like a little sand pile that they're driving.
Oh no, it's the little bit of sand spilled in the back from the back of an F-150 in front of them coming out of the Lowe's parking lot while they pull into Sonic. That's the only sand these Chevrolets are seeing these days.
Or they're in Pitcher, Oklahoma, just driving over a chat pile. And I'm in the background.
They're in Pitcher, Oklahoma, being covered up by a chat pile.
That's
oh my God, that
true.
campaign ran for 13 years.
That sounds right.
Wow. Well, I mean,
Whoa.
what else has Bush's baked beans done?
Oh,
I mean,
put the
Roll
golden
that beautiful
retriever.
bean footage, bitch.
Who I fully believe is now CGI.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
That dog could talk for reals and had human teeth.
Yeah, maybe 7 dogs ago.
Oh my gosh. I know this is a country music episode, but now I'm going down commercials because do you remember the beef commercials?
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun, dun.
dun, dun,
Oh my
dun.
God.
That my
Beef,
my
it's what's
senior
for
year.
dinner.
My senior year of high school, we did a marching band show that was like a day in the countryside, and that was our big like third number before our ending one. And I had a big rifle toss solo, and I caught it right on dun dun dun.
Okay, so I'll be honest. It's pretty good music. It is.
It's
it
very
feels
thrilling.
good to listen to. It is. It kind of like I pulled the commercial up probably several years ago just to spontaneously send my friend. It's inspiring. Like I love it.
It sounds like dinner's ready. It really does, and it's
Like
beef. That's what's for dinner, bitch.
They did a good job of making it feel like you were a rancher on a busy day and you get home and beefs for dinner. And
Give your
honestly,
family beef. You're good if you give your family beef. That's a good family
it-
dinner.
right now.
it thickened my
Except I
blood too
need to be
much. But
eating-
besides that,
Don't worry
Except I
about that.
need to be
It's
eating
what's for
lean
dinner.
protein.
don't worry about that. God damn it! Sorry, now
I know
I
it's
can't get it out
not
of my
this
head.
song, but now I'm thinking of the.
Oh my god. We should probably cut to break.
Yeah,
Well,
we should.
Before we go to break, can I sing a really quick country song I made up?
Yeah.
I hope it's very long. Yes, please.
It's
Wait.
super long.
I kind of want you to hold off and
How
do
many
it
beardo submitted
with us
sundries do we
at
have?
game
2.
time. Can we do it at
Okay.
game time?
Yeah, sure. We can do it at game time.
Okay, cool. Cool. It's
Can we actually do it in
tangentially related.
December?
Do you want me
Actually,
to give
can
you
you
the
just take a
title?
picture?
Can you just take a picture?
Do you want me to give you a title of it, or do you want to just wait for then?
No, just wait for it.
Okay. I'm
All
ready
right.
for
Just
break
wait.
then.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to figure out whether or not Joe enjoyed Goodbye Earl by the Chicks, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the cruise that started this whole thing.
And we're also going to edge you until you can hear my song.
Maybe.
Yay to all of that.
If you want some fun new clothing and want to support a small business, check out honkytops.com, the queer, Latino-owned clothing site. Beards and Sundries will get you 10% off your first order with the code SUNDRIES at checkout. You can order above 3XL, you just need to hit the contact button and they'll work with you. Again, check out honkytops.com. Explore their styles and wear your pride. Use Sundries at checkout for 10% off your first order.
You're listening to the Beards and Sundries podcast. The podcast rated 5 out of 6 balls.
And that's Goodbye Earl.
So, Joe, what did you think?
You
now,
know,
keep in
honestly,
mind, I used to dance my tits off to this when I was like, what, 9?
30
It's a banger.
seconds ago.
I did know all the words to that still.
So, speaking as a music video, I love the message. I liked the art style. It was fun and cute. I love the flash mob. It was very close to the early aughts style. I was kind of on the fence with the whole thing until I saw Earl's reanimated corpse getting down at the hootenanny, actively with the people around him.
That was a hoedown.
Then I was on board.
That was a
Yeah, and
hoedown,
he's like
not a
bloody
hootenanny.
and everything. Oh my
that
god,
hoe
I guessed
was
that
up
well.
and running that roadside stand. That was not a hoedown.
So that released in 99, and I was 9.
Wait, I have to ask a weird dark question. When in 1999 was it released?
Great question. Let me see. Come on. Maybe Wikipedia will tell me perfectly. Ugh, late 99.
Late 99. So it was
Oh,
after
hold on.
Columbine?
It says recorded 1999, but released February 28th of 2000, so I would have been 10.
Okay. I was just wondering because 1999 I just always like to wonder if events happened before or after Columbine because it was so monumental of that year.
I do need you to know it was banned from playing at our school.
And that's why I wondered, because I wondered if that kind of influence had infiltrated a school of ours. I don't know anything about mine, but I guess, yeah, it hit Kansas.
Yeah,
That is so
we
dumb.
were in this era where we were like, well, you can't listen to songs about murdering people, and I was like, boo. But I just watched Titanic a couple of years ago, and that's corporate America. Well, corporate Ireland, corporate somebody.
England?
England. Who was it? I was like, oh, Royal Mail Ship. That's right.
I'm
Sorry.
here to defeat
There's a
England,
bunch of Irish
to
people.
save England from the English, to defeat the English.
So,
Well,
scale of 1 to 5, Joe. What's
1 to 5, 5 being the
11.
highest.
5 being the highest.
Fine. With a 5 being the highest, I mean, it's fun and jaunty, but also kind of stupid, like all country. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
That's
because it's
okay.
bullshit.
It's
No, that's
highly
fine.
Oh,
danceable
I mean, yeah,
and
it's
singable
okay.
and fun.
I'm not overreacting at all.
I do have to give it big major props for empowering women voices and standing up for, violence against women, because that was not talked about as much back then.
That's what those 3 were after, was a lot of it was country version of Spice Girls, like girl power.
Mhm.
I'll also
Yep.
tell you this, Jay. It might have been 3 girls in that video. There was one girl doing 98% of the singing the whole time.
Oh, yeah, that was the lead, and she definitely owned that song.
I could tell. I could tell
Actually,
she was the lead.
I'll be honest, most of the other 2 girls were usually always backup singers or violinists or instrument player. She was always the main singer all the time.
I could tell. Yeah. Good song though. I would download it. Would recommend.
That's a solid recommendation. That's your
Never
bonus
mind.
something
You know
to
what?
check out this week.
No bullshit anymore. I'm proud of you.
Hey,
now
Meg.
go check out Sin Wagon.
My God, yes, we're gonna watch Sin Wagon at some point.
I can't believe there's not a gay bar called Sin Wagon.
Well, it's our turn.
There's gotta be somewhere.
Again, Gin Wagon. I'll open it that way.
Because I heard of a gay bar called CC Blooms, which is Bette Midler's character in Beaches, which is pretty fucking gay. So there's gotta be a gay bar somewhere called Sin Wagon.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
Sure.
So what about that cruise that we were on?
Then comes the
Oh, yeah.
something
Remember all the
love.
country music on the cruise?
No, because there wasn't
No.
very much of it. Thank God. It was all
No, 'cause-
Pitbull and dance,
Margaritaville
poppy, thumpy
and-
music.
Oh my God, the amount of Pitbull they played.
It is a lot of Pitbull on Carnival.
They were like, what
Yeah.
are these fat white people like?
Do you
Pitbull. And I was
do
like,
you remember-
oh yeah, that makes sense.
Do you remember when that Carnival cruise ship caught on fire and someone took a video because it showed the burning husk of the whale tail on the ship and they were playing Fireball by
Yeah.
Pitbull?
Oh, yeah. That was literally playing on the ship at the time. Do,
I
do,
mean,
do, do, do.
Make the best of a bad situation.
Fireball.
They are pretty good at doing that though. Carnival, as the Walmart of the cruise line fleet world, I think they do what they do very well, and they don't do well things very good. Does that make sense?
Good thing.
Yes.
Very well. Yes,
No,
I understand
get what you're
driving at.
saying, and I would agree. I
Get
won't
on a
bitch
Carnival
about
cruise knowing what to expect.
I won't bitch about
sure.
Carnival because I know what to expect when I get on it, and in general,
Yep.
that's a good experience. If I'm
Yep.
looking for a luxury liner, then I'm an idiot because that's not what they are. But what they do well.
Yeah, we had places to go. We had our room that we had those conjoined rooms that were fun, or we could go to the Alchemy Bar for a drink because it was, fun and it was like the non-de facto gay bar of the ship. There was always the buffets we could always go to because, we like food. There was what's it called? The Serenity deck? The 21 and
Yeah,
up
the
deck
adult?
on the top level with the good drinks and the
Yes.
good seats where you could see
Good
the ocean from the
sangrias.
top of the ship.
Oh
Good
my God. I
sangrias.
will never stop laughing about how funny that was when I was like, I like these sangrias, but they're just not very strong. And then by the 5th one that I sucked down like water, I stood up to get my 6th one, and I'm just like, wow.
You were like Lucy in Vitamina Vegemin, where you're
Yeah.
these sangrias are really good, but it's
Vegemin.
awful hot in here.
But that was still the best night because that was the night that we're like, let's go max out our drink packages and pick up all the food, bring it back to our room. And so we're
We
like,
went
We
by
in
that
our
made
room.
those mini
seafood,
fridges
like the-
work for their
Yeah.
salaries that
Remember
night.
we went by that seafood place and we ordered that giant fried seafood platter?
Oh,
And
my
brought it
God.
into the room with
Amazing.
us? Oh my God, it was so insane. But what a great night.
I just
So
remember
there
walking in
are-
my room and having
Go
like
ahead.
6 drinks sitting on the end table.
Yeah, because we kept because there's a 5-minute period that you
Cool
can't
down
buy
period.
another drink in. So we kept getting a drink at that one bar in the main lobby, and then going up to the Alchemy bar and getting a drink, and then going back down, and then dropping them off at the room, and then repeating.
Yeah. And let me tell you, I don't care what cruise ship I ever go on in the entire world, the fanciest, whatever, pampering. Guy's Burger Bar is one of the best restaurants I've ever eaten.
I
on a
will
cruise
say,
ship, ever.
So Royal Caribbean was my last cruise. Loved it. It was fantastic. It was exactly what I wanted. Me and my friends that were there were like, while I love this cruise, I miss Guy's Burgers. They are phenomenal and you couldn't beat them.
Especially if you're drinking, you have the drink package. At some point, you just want a greasy fucking burger.
Yes. And they really simplified it. You literally go up and tell them how many patties you want, and that's basically it. And then there's the topping bar, which is over to the side, so you mitigate the line. You're getting everyone through the line, and then they can get whatever they want on the burger, as much or as little as they want, and then people are happy either way.
Jesus tits, that sounds so good right now.
I know.
God, I know.
I know. Should we look at
Do you guys-
cheap
you guys
cruises
wanna go
out of
book a
Mobile,
cruise real
Alabama?
quick?
Just book a cruise right now.
Are there any final sale cruises that are $45?
So I've actually talked about doing a New Year's cruise. So if you guys want to, we should just book a New Year's cruise.
Oh my God.
I mean, there's less fun things to do on New Year's Eve. We should just end up sitting on the couch.
All right, Beardos, we're going to go to a commercial, and during the length of the commercial, we're going to book a cruise. So in 2 minutes, we're going to book a cruise randomly. No.
When we get back from commercial, we'll tell you where we're going.
We don't even know yet. We're probably sailing out of Mobile, Alabama.
Oh my God.
But we could take my car.
Will it make
The
it?
new car?
The new one. It should be here next week.
Oh, the new one. Oh.
Was that a prompt for
New-
him to
new what?
elaborate on that?
I know. I was like, are you wanting me to go on?
Should we? I don't know. Do you think? Or should we wait
We're
till we
talking
get
about the
car?
cruise?
Let's wait to get the car. Okay. But
That's for next time, Joe.
But also, honestly, going down there the day before was a good idea for us because we got through all of the bullshit that is Texas and all of the bullshit that is Houston, Texas, because that's another 2 hours. And getting to Galveston was cool because Galveston is it's perfect for a night before you cruise to stay there. There's just enough to do that you can see everything you want and you won't feel like you missed out because that's what Galveston's like.
And it's also not like this insane party town that you're just dead getting on the ship the next day.
Right.
Although there was one year that me, my ex, and our friend went down and got super drunk at the pool bar at our hotel. But even then, you still don't. It's still just not crazy enough. You're not up late enough that. Oh,
You're
wait a minute.
also-
I think I went back to my room early because I got tired and drunk.
I
Never
believe
mind.
it. Shit. I mean, you're going on
I
a
was-
cruise.
I was
The whole
old and
thing is the
tired.
cruise.
And
Except we went to
also
that gay
Galveston-
bar and that drag queen almost knocked, or she did knock your phone off the table.
But that one drag queen, though, was way better than Galveston. I was like, what are you doing here? The rest of them,
That's
yeah,
true.
Galveston was fine.
Yeah.
But one of them, I was like, hey,
She came back to apologize. I'm so sorry.
I completely forgot about that.
And the funny part about Galveston too is even though it's an island and there's shoreline, you really shouldn't get in the water because there's a lot of ships and a lot of it's a shipyard basically.
I wouldn't.
So
It's
there's
a
lot of
shit-yard.
runoff.
I can't get
Yeah.
over how, I'd been to Galveston and Port Aransas and Corpus Christi, and I was like, I've been to the ocean, la, la, la. Then
Yeah.
I'm actually out in the ocean on a cruise, and I'm like, oh, so it doesn't smell like shit, and it's actually a pretty blue. That's unique.
Oh.
What a weird thing. Oh, maybe the U.S. doesn't have good beaches because we don't regulate the commerce out in our oceans.
Which explains why the in the Gulf of Mexico, that the first 12 miles along the U.S. beaches, it explains why it's the Gulf of the United States, because it's garbage and smells shitty.
Trash. Correct, yes.
Yeah.
The United States is turning into the south of the countries.
We're turning into the trailer park. Of countries.
We're just putting on our overalls and putting out our Union Jack flags. Just kidding, not Union Jack.
Where were you when America
Union
started
Jack.
turning redneck? When those
Started?
towers fell.
Oh my God!
Started,
Where were we?
what,
When they built
1776?
the ladder to heaven.
I just watched that episode at work on Monday.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You never really do think about the water at the beach, though, until you're at another beach that's actually pretty. Like, I think the water we saw on the Grand Cayman Islands, I think that's probably the prettiest ocean water I've ever seen with my two eyes.
I don't remember
Cozumel was
which
always
stopped.
beautiful too.
Cozumel
And-
was a gorgeous teal.
Jay is perfect to go to the beach on a cruise with because you can always depend on him to sit with your stuff because he's like the
Yeah.
mom who's like, go ahead, kids, I'll be up here.
It's because I can't be out in the sun that long, and I'm like, oh, the sun's gonna kill me, because it will, because the skin is pale as fuck. And so I come out there for a little bit, and I'm like, love you boys, have fun. Do you guys need little juice packs or grapes or anything? And I
Give me a
go back and
margarita,
like,
Mom.
Yeah.
honey, no.
Margarita.
Give me your ID, sweetheart. I don't believe that you're 21.
And I'm so lame because like we go to places. When we were in Cozumel, and we went to that little bar along the beach. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna have margaritas till my eyes fall out because Mexico.
Janice, it's Monday.
It's all the time.
all the time.
I'll have to call you back.
Two lame chicks on a vacation to Mexico.
And then 2 months later, we started this fucking podcast, and the first episode aired 3 months later.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the cruise was in April, and then we started the podcast in July.
I can't believe we're almost at 3 years of doing this.
Yep.
I know. I mean, honestly, today's April 9th. That was the day that our cruise ended 3 years ago.
Oh, I wonder what the Tan Man is up to.
I was going to say, I remember that date specifically because our cruise, the group that we were in on Facebook was Carnival Vista, April 2nd through April 9th. That's what it was called.
Skin cancer is what he's up to. No one should subject their skin to that much.
Did
He's
we
probably
hear
on a
that
ship
he
right now.
Did we hear that he brought like 25 blazers?
I believe
Yeah.
it. I believe
So
it.
he-
He
and
didn't
that's
wear
all
a
he does.
single other shirt.
Wears blazers with no shirt underneath, and I'm just like, God, the material on that sucks.
And he smokes a cigar, just a giant fucking cigar the whole time.
And you can only smoke on small sections of the ship. So like, he's just like holding a cigar in his mouth for no reason.
It's like Will Smith. It's for the look. He don't light it.
I just have
Keep
to wonder
your
what
name
he does.
out your fucking my wife's name, whatever the fuck it is. But
is that your wife, the Tan Man?
oh God. Oh my God, following that Facebook page was so funny. I'll
So
never
absurd.
forget that one woman that was bitching about everything, and then somebody scolded her for bitching, and then she magically turned into like the happiest cruiser ever.
Remember
She
the
goes,
guy who
this
got-
was an amazing trip.
Here's the guy who got locked in his cabin because he was
Yep.
like abusing his wife, and he was like posting about like, I can't believe they locked me in here. They won't let me out. And somebody had responded that was like, we saw you hitting your wife at the casino.
Yeah, I wonder what that was like when they got off the boat.
Divorce, or probably not because
Probably not. No.
Didn't somebody
she
die
probably-
like the first day of the cruise too?
Yeah, somebody's sister
Yeah.
died. It was an old couple of ladies.
Oh,
It happens
God.
really often, actually, because a lot of people take that as like their last big hoorah. And so it happens more often than you think.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Anyways,
and it was
on that sad fucking note.
I like how I just like how they like did the code over the radio, and then like we walk out of our rooms and we see them going down to this room, and we're just like, ready for breakfast?
Yes.
Say bye.
Say bye. Oh God.
Oh,
Anyways, I
Savannah.
think it's probably time for a commercial.
Yes,
What do
I
you
think
boys
so.
think?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just so lazy. Imagine owning the world's gayest country songs by the gayest voices of our time. So tell me, how many times am I supposed to douchebag? In a once-in-a-lifetime collection, the Solo cup I'm so in love with. Slept with my sister first. I was so mad at her. Pride Life Music presents the ultimate gay country songs collection.
Pictures of Mark could go far if tricking him would just get out of the news, boys, because this is country town now.
69 beautiful songs by all of your favorite artists.
He's got a knife that's hypnotic, makes my brain feel psychotic. I can't stop thinking something naughty, can't stop thinking country pussy.
Rod Do Me, Celine P on Me, Phil Call Me Slut, and Gloria Enter Me. I had a sister who broke my heart when she slept with my solo cup who I named Bart. So now I'm alone with my truck and my beer. I guess I'll follow my heart and announce I'm queer. But I'm gay. Get the ultimate gay country songs collection on 2 CDs for just $79.99. My grinder hookup won't drive to the country. But wait, use your credit card and we'll take $10 off. And your underwear. He summoned me to the bathroom, right in the middle of the city park. Took off his pants and said, no lube. And I said, just use your spit, I'm ready right now. That's right, you get 2 CDs for just $69.99, and we keep your underwear. This ain't my first orgy, so get your boots and your spurs while this orgy occurs. Hats hung high on bed rails, slinging boys like hay bales. Then review other gay collections. Satisfaction guaranteed. I want to be used like the whole I am. Yes, please, please do me. Ultimate Gay Country Songs is not sold anywhere but the Beards and Sundries Market. So bend me like a pretzel and pray. So remember, use your credit card and get 2 filthy CDs for just $69.99. Now you can DP your disc slot with your favorite gay country hits.
Call 405-999-2242 to order the ultimate gay country songs collection on 2 CDs for $69.99 plus shipping and handling when you use your credit card. Call now or order online at beardsandsundries.com.
Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you get a notification every time we drop a new episode.
Now available on iTunes.
Now available wherever you get your booty holes.
No.
Oh, I can't listen to it then.
Now available on sniffies.com.
I haven't been
Your
able to
local
listen to it
park
for
bathroom.
But be careful. In Oklahoma, you need a VPN to access it.
No, more like a VPL.
Ow! A VP B butthole, visible penis butthole, VBL.
And that's why we want to sponsor this week's sponsor, NordVPN. Without further ado, here's a do.
Without further ado, here's literally a lot more to do. Jay, do we have any Beardo submitted sundries this week?
We do.
All right.
All right.
And I'm excited because we also heard from John from Greece again.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Look out for the dawn, John.
I'm so excited. He asked a question, and now I want to convince him to start leaving voice messages so we can open up the show with him so we can ask more questions.
Yes.
He said, hey, boys, it's John from Greece. The only thing I know about the movie Grease is that John Travolta is in it. Good for you, though. That's all you need to know.
No, you need to know that Stockard Channing was done dirty in the opening credits. You'll know what I mean.
Also, we hope that you're hopelessly devoted to us. I'm so funny. Damn it. I really enjoyed last week's episode. Do you think there is something equivalent to toxic masculinity for gays? I'm asking.
Yes.
I'm asking
Yes.
because I'm bisexual, but I was in a long-term relationship with a girl. In the last year that we broke up, I started exploring my sexuality, and I've been told by many gay guys that I only say I'm bi because I don't accept the fact that I'm gay, and also that my hobbies are too manly for the same reason.
Ew.
Mm.
To being
I'll finish
told
this,
that,
and then we can
to
go
be
on.
clear.
Yeah, being told that.
Yeah, I got thoughts.
I don't know if it makes me feel a little. I don't know. It makes me a little sad. If you think this will create drama, by all means, feel free not to read it on the podcast. John, we're fucking gonna talk about this. Don't worry.
We're gonna talk about this.
Also, I wanted to suggest a game. It's called Two Truths and One Lie. I'm sure you're familiar with it. You say 3 facts about yourself, and one of them has to be a lie, and the other player has to guess which one it is. Anyways, love ya. Bye.
I really want to do that, except we know each other too well.
Gays are super toxic in a lot of
Super
ways, John.
toxic. Yeah.
Beardos. Bisexuals exist. Pansexuals exist. People are on a spectrum. Sexuality is a spectrum. It does not. You're not just one or the other, and there is so much in between, and there's so much more to it than like a penis or a vagina or a man or a woman. Or
and when it's said a spectrum, you don't have to pick a specific part of the spectrum. That's not what that phrase means. You can be as. I think that David Rose said it perfectly, and he's like, "I like the wine, not the label." I think that's an excellent explanation. You can like all the wine you want; it doesn't matter what it is. But a lot of gay guys are very toxic in that aspect because they see it
Like
from
the
their
label.
angle and think that everyone should see it from their way, and it's awful. I hate it. I used to be that way though, so like I can judge because I used to be that bitch.
It drives me insane because we have to go through so much in our community already. Growing up gay or trans or queer or whatever. So you have to go through all of this process of figuring out how you fit into a society where you don't really fit. And I think part of it is that, like, when people finally figure out that this is where they're at and they find a little bit of community in it, then they're like, this is my spot. And they've managed to classify themselves as something and define themselves by that classification. And it gives them this sense of comfort. And then they assume that there is a spot for everyone and that everybody should fit into one of those spots. But y'all, like anything else in life, it is entirely your preference and your choices. Like Joe and I both love a meatball sub. We're not going to order the same meatball sub. I'm going to get banana peppers on mine, and Joe does not like those. And like, those are the types of things. Like, we could like similar things, but I'm going to like my stuff a little bit different. And that's the same thing with sexuality. It's the same thing with gender. It's why I have a better time classifying myself as queer if people ask about it. 'Cause I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't need to go into all that. I'm queer. So.
And for anyone who tells you that your hobbies are too manly for being gay or bisexual, that's absolutely ridiculous. You can
That is so stupid.
love anything you want, no matter how manly it is. I fucking love cars, and I was
like,
clearly
you're
a
in
gay
good
guy.
company for like car people because you've got Jay, you've got Joe, you've got Alex.
Oh, Alex is one of our listeners that loves cars.
Yeah.
You can literally tell anyone that says that your hobbies are too manly that sex with another man is technically twice as manly as
It's the
sex with a
manliest
woman.
form of sex.
Yeah,
In ancient Greece and in Rome, sucking a man off was considered to be the highest peak of like manliness. So
And I could go off
throwing it
all
out
day
there.
about this, but I'll summarize it as anyone who criticizes you for who you are has more problems with themselves.
Exactly.
They are trying to take what bothers them and push it off on somebody else to distract them and make themselves feel better. So anytime somebody ever bullies me in any sense like that, I clearly know that they're having much more of an issue, and I feel very comfortable that I do not have that problem.
If someone
I get
tells
into
you that
things
they're
that, like-
bisexual and you tell them no, you're not, There's nothing wrong with them, and there's
Stab them.
a fucking
lot
ton of
wrong
shit
with
wrong
you.
with you.
Yeah.
Don't stab them
you
with your
gotta-
penis, though. Stab them with a weapon.
I have this pin right here, a very tiny pin.
Hey, everybody's
Use
gonna
this.
start somewhere. We'll size up later.
My recommendation is make a voodoo doll, of course. So take samples of their hair. No, I'm kidding.
So rips you got to
Take
do
samples of their hair.
though, and just walk by and like snag it. Oh, I thought I saw a bug in there. They have shampoo for that, you know.
Sure, Jan.
Also, tell them that shaving their pubic hair will absolutely rid them of crab infestation. The advice I'll
John,
give anyone I want to suffer.
To boot, obviously they like car stuff. I love Magic the Gathering. Very straight male nerd thing, if you were to classify it. But I love it. I love that game so much. And I've been to some Magic the Gathering tournaments, not seen a lot of gay people there, not saying it doesn't exist by any means, but it's just not traditionally that. But at the same time, like, just like what you like. Fuck those people.
It doesn't
Exactly.
matter. You do not have to fit yourself in a category. So we love you already, John. Thank you.
We love you
Exactly.
already, right as you are.
So love yourself, damn it. I'll tell you that again
Unless
later.
your hobbies are lumberjacking, that's too straight. Just kidding. Jack my lumber.
Ooh, I was gonna say, I will
Do
lumber
lum-
on over there and jack anybody.
Right,
Love a
thank
good
you.
Lumberjacking.
I love a lumberjack.
Oh, a lemon lumberjack and a
lumberjack.
I'm a busy
I like
lumberjack.
to lick a lumberjacks. Anyway,
Penis.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Thank you,
guys,
John.
Yes, thank you, John. We were also threatened again.
Oh no, not again. Whatever
From
will we
mutton
do?
chops.
From
Oh
who?
boy.
Mutton chops.
Yeah,
Who's
exactly.
that?
Who?
Big beard.
Is this a first-time caller?
Who?
Big beard.
Jay.
I heard what you said. I'm not understanding
big.
the context. You're gonna have to
You don't
speak up. He can't
build
hear
a
you.
beard, dumbass.
All right, Joe.
Okay. Well,
Cue
let
up
me-
the music.
Somebody wax poetic while I look out the window.
Joe, Anthony, we
Hmm.
listened to your little performance again. We heard the names Neckbeard, Chinstrap, Woolly Willy, and Anthony? Little Soul Patch? Really? We expected something with more girth. Girth Brooks.
Not on your face.
But let's talk about Joe, because Joe didn't laugh. Not really. Joe performed. He leaned back, crossed his arms, gave us that disinterested Dom top energy he thinks that will keep us at bay. Joe,
That's what it
darling,
looks like when he comes.
you Joe, darling, you know how this works. The ones who pretend not to want it, they're always the ones who beg the loudest once we start
Oh my god. Please.
You could call us names, you can roll your eyes, but your mouth says uninterested while your body tells another story. The shift in your seat, the way your legs spread just a little wider during the reading, the soft sound you made when Anthony said our name with his whole chest. You're already open, Joe. You just don't want to admit it. And so we've attached a gift. The torn page again. We know you've touched it. We know you kept it longer than you meant to. We know it got warm in your hands. And we know what you thought about after. Read it again. Let it curl around your tongue. Let it brush beneath your chin like fingers you forgot how to say no to. Wow, slutty. You say we're afraid. You say we should show ourselves, but baby, we already have.
Through the hole.
We're the breath
Ah,
behind your ear when you're alone in the bathroom.
what about the wind beneath my wings?
We're the heat
You don't want to be in there
rising-
with me, I promise.
Well, they have to breathe with their mouth.
Curl that around
We're-
your tongue, baby.
We're the heat rising under your collar when your trimmer stalls.
Under your ass while you're alone in the bathroom.
We're the reason you wake up a little damp and a little thicker than the night before. Oh, wow. Sorry, my screen just changed to dark mode.
A little thicker? What?
Yeah.
Is that a fat joke?
Saying why you wake up hard.
Oh.
Morning.
So keep
Throw
laughing.
that around your tongue, too.
No, you can't. It's too stiff.
So keep laughing.
Ow!
Keep calling us names. Keep pretending you're not hard every time we write.
I literally can't move because I'm attached to the desk at this point.
But
So
don't say we
hard.
didn't
Oh my
warn
God,
you.
guys.
We always
Oof.
finish what we start. Stay smooth, big beard. The circle remains, VIRO. And then, Joe, I'm going to show you the torn page that they sent us.
It just says very into Roy Orbison.
What is this like what kind of video game are we playing at this point? Do I have to like rotate the control stick to move it around to find the special code on the back too? What
do
kind of
need to read
escape
it.
room is this?
Joe, you should read it, though.
Joe, you do have
At the
to
top
read
it says, in brackets, torn page, fragment 38, the first follicle. Section 4,
Wait.
the rights of root
Cue Elder
and
Scrolls
shadow.
music right here.
Okay. I don't know what that music is, but we'll cue it.
I'll help you with it.
Growth without memory is scruff, but the beard remembers. Axiom of the second chin. Hey! Anyway,
They are throwing a lot of shade.
to awaken the deep growth, the following must occur. 1. The blade must pause 3 times before drawing the first line. 2.
Sounds like Sweeney
The
Todd.
left cheek must remain untouched for 7 days and 7 nights.
Who's gay?
3.
Billy Mays?
3. No bomb shall be used unless it hears the mark of the obscured comb.
I wonder if they meant bears the mark. Not very good at writing.
wonder
if
if
you're...
I wonder which left cheek we're talking about. Okay. Do not trim the following areas. 1. Beneath the ear where the first whisper settles.
You can always tell when
2.
ChatGPT is threatening us with the misspells.
I wasn't gonna say it. Number 2. The hollow under the lip. This is the Watcher's Gate.
The mouth?
It's where I enter Coney Islander. 3. The third neckline. If you must ask where it is, you are not ready.
Is it because there's 3 of us or because we're really fat? Like, what's
we're fat.
what's going on here?
It can be 2 things, Jay. Incantation before shearing must not be spoken aloud. All right, so I'm going to speak it aloud. Velum. Oh my God. All right, sorry everyone. I'm not Jinx Monsoon. Velum radix imperium obscura. Take what's seen and leave what's true. Shape the face, erase the mask. No, Jay, keep going crazy.
No, God, my tits are shaking
into
everywhere.
Oh no, we're getting Evil Deaded.
I'm sorry,
Very
but my
into Roy Orbison.
Did you black
I'm in an
out?
apartment complex and my window is like exposed, so I'm waiting for somebody to walk by and I'm just going.
They're like
You should
knocking
keep
on the
doing
door.
it.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, I'm possessed by Big Beard.
Keep going. It's 30 seconds long on TikTok.
What? 4 TikTok dances you could do to save my life.
And one you can do to end your own. Do you feel
On a
the
train
blood
track.
rush into your head? Can you feel the consciousness slipping away?
Oh, well, that was So, is this going to be a whole ritual thing? Are we into this? Because
I don't know. If we're not careful, Royal Orbison is going to descend from the heavens and just take us all out.
I could really do without that.
I know.
Honestly.
So I guess we better shape up.
This is
Well,
a Shape Ups family.
Wooly Willy.
Yeah, thanks, Soul Patch.
Ooh,
All right,
little
Mutton
soul
Chops,
patch.
calm down.
Yeah.
I was possessed, but I'm fine.
Come on, John
What verse
Waters.
is that of Amazing Grace? I was possessed, but now I'm free.
When we've been there 10,000 beards.
But
well,
that is all I
thank you
have
very
this
much,
week.
Big Beard.
I can't tell if they're threatening us or they want to have sex with us or both. Maybe that's
What if it's both? Oh, that's kind of fun.
it's kind of hot.
Oh, I hope it's a ballad.
This reminds me of my whipped potatoes commercial.
I
Yeah.
don't want whipped potatoes now. Why would you say these things to me?
know.
I'm so hungry. All I had was a bunch of hummus before we started this.
Chive and onion. No, they're so whipped.
Roasted red pepper. The
Stiff.
potatoes, not the hummus. Okay. Anyways, thanks, Big Beard.
Yeah,
think,
thanks.
I guess. I don't really know what's happening anymore.
Hey,
But
you know
then
what?
again, I don't know what's
You know
happening
what?
anymore anyways.
Thanks for sending in anything.
That's true. You know what? And also, if you want to call in and leave us a shadowy voicemail all a Deep Throat, that would be cool
Oh,
too.
that sounds kind of fun. We're making you
throwing it
threaten
out
us in a better way.
there.
No.
Yeah, you had me at Deep Throat.
Just throwing it out there. But do you guys think it's time for this week's Villain of the Week?
Sure.
Yes.
I hope it's
Sure.
not me this time.
Oh, I got
Cue
bad
that
news
week.
for you.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
This week's Villain of the Week is Morgan Wallen, apparently. I didn't know that was happening on SNL, so we're going to
Yeah.
make him the Villain of the Week because that seems a little petty.
Anthony, I want you to go back to God's country.
I'm
He
there
literally-
and it sucks.
He literally could have waited 60 seconds.
Oh, people, the whole thing, I guarantee you, because I forgot Morgan Wallen existed until you guys mentioned that, and then I Google searched his name, so I guarantee you this is exactly what he wanted.
Oh, yeah, it was a plan. Bad
Yeah.
publicity gives you publicity.
There is
Yeah,
no
that's
such
true.
thing as bad publicity. It's like how fucking Kanye West stays relevant without doing anything.
You know what? Why am I not using that for our marketing?
Because all we have
Because-
is bad news.
I don't know what kind of. I guess you'd have to use it against Republicans because I don't know what other bad publicity we'd get.
Anthony, will you get up really quick so I can like take a clip of you saying and being like, Anthony just left back to God's country? No, I'm kidding.
I gotta get out of here and go back to liberal country.
Leaves Oklahoma forever. Yay!
Well, anyways, Morgan Wallen, Villain of the Week, awful. I guess I don't really know the guy. Fuck him.
You're
This
kind
is
of
the
dumb
last time I'll
anyways,
think
it's
about
fine.
him. So, well, I am. That's true.
Bye, Morgan Wallen. We don't really
Bye,
care.
Morgan Wallen. Bye. Have fun in God's
But-
country.
Do you guys think it is game time?
Yes.
Before we go to game time, I have one last quick Beardo submitted sundry that I forgot about.
Oh yeah, do it. Do it up.
So we heard from.
I can play it really quick.
Oh, okay.
Live. Almost forgot. Okay.
Catherine H. from Wisconsin.
And Catherine wrote in because she was very pleased. She said, "Ah, I have an intro sound." She also said, "These commercials are." Oh. She then went on to say, in regards to Shanae's commercial, I believe, she said, "Also, commercials are fleeting. Intros are forever."
So I actually have a response to that I'm saving for next week.
Oh,
Whoa.
stay tuned.
Just come back for episode 16 for that.
Ooh, sweet 16. But yes, Anthony, I think it is time for us to move on to game time.
Okay, perfect. This is a game that I'm calling My Baby Left Me for a Stock Boy.
You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game. Here's what happens if you lose. You better hurry up. Live or die. Make your choice.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Jay, the reason why I asked you to wait to do your song was that our game this week, our activity, if you will, is a Mad Lib of a country song,
Oh, perfect.
Mm,
complete
Nice.
with 2 verses, a chorus, and a bridge.
Whoa.
Oh, mine has 3 verses, a chorus, a bridge, a final chorus, and an outro. So I did more.
Tour dates
So-
are available now.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this Mad Lib, and then after it's done, we're going to have you present your song and then present the Mad Lib song and see which one's better.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's a compliment sandwich.
So since I have access to the Mad Lib, I'm not going to be participating in selecting words. Just know I may slightly modify your word to fit the sentence structure. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
yes.
No winners or losers here, except for the listeners. Well, you're all going to lose. So sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna win.
Right.
Edison.
Okay. Do you guys want to do this in intro order? So Jay, then Joe, then Jay, then Joe, and so on.
Sure.
And so forth?
Let's do it.
All right. So Jay,
Round robin.
give me an adjective.
Horny.
Okay. Okay, Joe, give me another adjective.
Sticky.
Okay. Jay, give me a plural noun.
I was about to be like aisle 4s.
With a Z.
You want me to do that? We can do that.
Do it. If it fits, then do it.
Okay. Joe, give me a noun.
Brazier.
Booby catcher.
That's what every country artist is thinking while they're writing this song. How do you spell that?
There we go. I got it. I forgot. I always put Z.
Is it like rotisserie?
It's funny because I can get the whole thing right, except for I replace the S's with Z's because I'm stupid.
Not Brazers.
Brazzers. It is every time. And I spell it out. I'm like, oh, that's not right. Jay, an adjective?
Gassy.
This is a country song, Jay, not an autobiography.
Joe, a noun?
You said noun?
Yes, sir. Sir. Yes,
J.
baby.
Daniel Rowdy Bush.
That's a proper noun.
It's still a noun.
Well, debatable.
And J, a body part.
Sorry, my internet cut out. What?
Mine did.
J, a body part?
Oh, God. There's so many choices. Taint.
Taint. The grundle, the fleshy fun bridge, if you will. Joe.
There's so many choices. Taint.
Joe, an adjective.
Shaky.
Okay. Jay, another plural noun.
Oh, God. Taints.
Okay. Joe, an adjective.
I really want to say taintly, but I'm going to do something else. Raspy.
Okay. Oh my God, I spelled it wrong. There we go. Jay, a name.
Joe Criswell.
Okay. And
Oh no,
Joe,
my own medicine?
Joe, a noun.
Rubber ducky.
You're the one. You make bath time so much fun.
Okay.
You make
And
Toledo
Jay,
dick so much grosser.
Jay, an adjective.
A stinky.
Okay. Joe,
I was almost
a
like, there's no
verb.
wrong answer, but then I was like, wait a minute. This is Jay talking to here.
Joe, a verb.
Verb. Slide.
Slide. Okay.
Mm.
Now, Jay, a place.
McDonald's Play Place.
Ooh, the best place of all. And also the worst.
know. God's country.
There's no God there. Not even Satan goes in there.
Joe, an adjective.
Jiggly.
Ooh.
And Jay, a noun.
I really hope you get noun.
Yeah. A tit.
Perfect. The bird
Joe,
or
Joe.
the booby?
Joe, an adjective, please.
Adjective. Bikey.
And Jay, a color.
Indigo.
Ooh.
Joe, a noun.
Owens Corning fiberglass insulation.
You guys are
I can't wait for Anthony to sing this.
Okay. Jay, a noun.
Oh
It's
my
gonna be
God.
a really long ad on Pandora.
Oh God. A lamp.
Joe,
I'm
a verb.
running out of thoughts.
Joe, a verb.
Joe, a verb.
Mm. You gotta speak
Action.
up. Suck.
Hey, Jay, another verb.
Blow.
Joe, an adjective.
Slimy.
And Jay, a noun.
Barn. Yeah.
Joe, a verb.
Sickly.
That's not a verb.
Wait. Oh, that was an adjective.
Yeah.
You
I
said
thought you were
verb
gonna
or
use-
adverb?
Verb.
I thought you were going to use build.
Gyrate.
Okay. We are
Phew.
done.
That is a long song.
Jay, do you want to go first? You want me to go
I will.
first?
So
Okay, Jay.
my song that's going to obviously win. I was very particular about my phrasing in ChatGPT to help me write this.
Oh my
And
God, just sing the song.
And so just take a picture of it. It's called Bug Spray and Butt Stuff.
Bug juice.
My girl done left, took the truck and the cat, left me with my dog and a 12-pack of flat. I cried on the porch in my boxers and my boots, felt lower than a possum with a meth lab tooth. Then came a knock, I thought it was fate, a dude selling bug spray, hair full of hate. He said, you got ants? I said, I got pain. He sprayed my heart and ignited my brain. Now I'm doing it raw with the bug spray buck bent over the cooler in the back of my truck. Jesus Christ. His name was Rick, or maybe it was Ron. He moaned like a goat and then told me I'm gone. I said, this don't mean nothing, just a phase, I'm sure. But deep in my soul, I was gay to the core. Sure. I'm trying to get those to rhyme in the country sound. We watched Brokeback with his hand on my thigh. I whispered, I ain't like them. He said, boy, that's a lie. We humped like raccoons in a Waffle House lot till I said thanks for the trauma and left him to rot. Now I'm ghosting dudes like a Halloween queen, blocking them all day with my lack of emotional keen, avoiding commitment like an airborne disease. Hey, ChatGPT wrote this shit. Just me and my dog and some leftover cheese. So here's to the bug spray and butt stuff I fled, to the hot gay confusion in my broke twin bed. I'm detached, I'm avoidant, I'm cold as a brick, but goddamn it was fun getting pounded by Rick.
I thought it was going to be by that dick at the end, not by Rick.
If you're sad
It's
and you're
implied
straight,
that it's Rick's dick.
hell, give it a try. Just don't fall in love or you're gonna cry. Cause I'm ghosting boys like the good gay cliche, drinking beer with my dog, just living the way.
My blood sugar must be low.
There were a couple times in there where it really smashed a bunch of syllables in where there wasn't room.
100% did. I was just like,
And
what is going on here?
At least mine has an excuse because you guys added the most ridiculous, stupid shit. So there's extra syllables because of the words you used.
I'm sorry.
We haven't heard it yet, so I don't know why you're criticizing mine just yet.
Thank you.
Well, I was
Thanks, Joe.
driving down a hang on. Well, I was driving down a horny highway with my sticky truck and an aisle 4's in the back. I was thinking about my browser and that gassy girl. She left me for a J. Daniel Rowdy Bush. Now my tank feels like it's been hurled. Oh, I miss my shaky taints and that raspy dog named Joe Criswell. She took my rubber ducky and my stinky boots. Now I'm just sitting here sliding in the rain. I found her at the McDonald's play place with her new jiggly man. I said, fuck, that's the last time I'll serve for a tan. Now I'm drowning my sorrows in a tit with a spiky hat and an indigo orange coning fiberglass insulation in hand. The lamp is playing my favorite song. I'm just sucking and blowing, trying to move on. But my heart's as slimy as the barn in the sky. And I'm still gyrating just to say goodbye.
I'm just going to say that I hope everyone listening right now, bring up your phones close to your speaker, okay? Owens Corning fiberglass insulation. You should buy Owens Corning fiberglass insulation. Buy insulation. Insulation. Add to cart. Buy insulation now.
But he won't burn in hell thanks to all that Owens Corning fiberglass insulation.
That's right. Take it home with you.
Oh, my God.
Oh, well, Joe, since objectively you are on the outs of both of these, which one is better?
You know, they both had their triumphs and their defeats, I will tell you. I think I have to give it
more defeats than triumphs, though.
I have to give the winner to the song that we created with the Mad Lib because Jay and I helped write it, so of course it's way better than anything ChatGPT can spit out.
It was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah. Was it my Conway Twitty accent?
It was.
No,
that
it's the way I'm
sold it
going
for
to
me.
save so much on my utility bills in the winter because of all my Owens Corning fiberglass insulation.
It's the way
then
that
I
I'm just
win
sucking
next
and
week's
blowing.
game. Even though I wasn't planning on winning anything, I won this week. We all win because we all made this song together.
There you go.
But I do think I hear the music coming back on. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Conway Twitty.
Mr. Conway Bieber.
But go call our hotline real quick at 405-999-2242 and leave us one of them there voice messages.
You both stink when you come out of there. And Beardos. Orville Peck is rumored to have some hot, saucy new photos coming out, so off we go.
Oh, I saw
If
them.
you'd like to help us out, go and subscribe to our podcast so you can get reminders every Sunday when we release a new episode. We also post frequent updates on all of our social media sites for any sundries that we add to the market.
And now don't y'all forget to leave us 5 stars and leave a review. Those reviews are what it gets found.
Oh!
Those reviews are what get us found by more cowboys and cowgirls and cow-thems like yourselves. Also, if just each one of you could tell a friend or a bucko about the podcast, we'd be greatly appreciative.
I'm a little offended that we're not using my original commercial, Big Billy Sam's Fried Chicken House and Bait Shop or whatever the fuck that thing was. Anyways. Listeners, we need you to go check out our socials. That's the TikToks, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the Threads, and all that other shit we'd love to see on there. And you can message us at thebeardsandsundries@gmail.com. Also, check out our website, beardsandsundries.com, or you can buy some merch.
Poor Joe.
So, from the three of us 10-gallon beards here at the Beards and Sundries Market, make sure to
love your beer, your dog, and yourself.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Bye.
Wow. Oh, Joe, that was fantastic.